as Penny said, they held our hand through this entire adventure of a 3-month planning of a gala, a green tie gala. The Westin is an extraordinary hotel for many, many reasons. They've won many awards for their energy conservation, their water conservation, and initiatives that they have taken on their own and as a team to be stewards of the planet, to be leaders in their industry. And I'm so grateful that they're helping us with this. They're the first hotel to earn the Earth flag, and some of you know that I'm a very picky person. You just don't get an Earth flag. Chris and I did their green audit, and boy, we went through everything. But they let us look in the nooks and crannies, and they're amazing. That's here in their building. You all know that when you go to an event, they have posters and they have foam boards announcing which conference is in this room and all those kinds of things. Those big foam boards are really quite expensive. And on the other side of those foam boards that are used are brand new white pieces of foam board. And so Tim Pierce and Mike, wave your hands you guys, they bring over a pickup truck to Scarce with foam board and leftover items from conferences and events that are held here so they can be reused. I've actually seen Tim pull up in the white pickup truck, open the back, and teachers go, "Oh, you've got foam board?" And it's a little bit scary because they come right up to his truck and start taking things. Those foam boards, $7, $9, $13. So kids who can't afford foam boards, teachers who are spending their money in many, many ways, they get to use something on one side that was used on the other. It's all about saving resources, saving money, and extending our good fortune to others. We are so grateful to our table sponsors. We're new at this, as Penny said, and you guys came right up, and I thank you so much for coming to help us with this huge event. We really appreciate it. There's somebody I have to thank that now worked there. Stand up, Miss McKeen. Stand up. I was 10 when I met that boy. I told my mom in 7th grade I'm married, and she goes, "That's nice." There he is. And our kids are here, and we feel so fortunate. Thank you, Greg. He has lifted more books than anybody. He's carted all kinds of sun ovens from Elburn. He's hauled aluminum doors. He's a saint. His shirt sticks out a little bit from the back because his wings are under there, but he helps me every single day. It wouldn't happen without him. And Heather, woohoo! We met when she was in high school. Yep, we met when she was in high school. She is a fabulous human being. Scarce has gone through lots of changes. Susan Camasta, where are you? She was with the DuPage Environmental Awareness Center a long time ago, and they wanted to start a school recycling program, and I was sitting around with nothing to do, so we started Scrap, and Scrap over the years has evolved to work in many, many ways to be sustainable and care for the planet. We started with education, and it just kept growing. We worked with kids in school, and then the teacher said, "We'd like some workshops, we need to know more." And then those teachers and their parents, the parents of the kids in school said, "Could you come to the scout group? Could our scout group come to you?" And then those people were involved in Kiwanis clubs and Rotaries and Junior Women's, and they said, "Could you come and give a talk?" And then the chambers started asking, and then businesses started asking, and then we found out amazingly that there aren't books for everybody. Growing up in Wheaton, I had no idea that kids didn't have books. I had no idea that schools didn't have textbooks, and I certainly had no idea that there were towns without libraries. We learned a lot. We've learned a lot in 22 years. We've rescued close to 5 million books. If we'd been keeping better track, we might be way over that, but at the beginning, we didn't keep too much track. We kind of built it, we got 3 donated rooms, and we thought, well, we'll take in the books, and then maybe we'll have to all haul them out and put them in the garbage. We didn't know if anybody would come. Well, that building, will they come? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And teachers come every day. And we have teachers who say to us they have no textbooks in their classrooms in Chicago. It is stunning to hear that there are no textbooks in classrooms. And so every single day, teachers come, institute days, after school, Saturdays. This past Saturday that we were open in October, 98 teachers came in 3.5 hours. And if you've been to our place, you can't go through our place in 3.5 hours. There's so many boxes. We tell people, be brave, go in the boxes. and they leave and they haul things out with carts. The back to school fair is incredibly important to our own county. It's great to know that books go all over the world. It feels good. If we're helping with literacy around the world, that is a wonderful thing. But it is important to know that there are kids right here in our own county that don't have books, and that back to school fair supports those kids who need books the most in our own county. And then after the book rescue project, teachers started saying, well, do you ever get desks? We're like, what? Oh, student desks or teacher desks both? We had a teacher who assigned a classroom in McKeen's, and she had no desk for herself, and she had no desks or chairs for her students, but they were storing the balance beam in her classroom. So that was pretty good for a special ed teacher, don't you think? It's true. I could tell you guys stories for days and days, but the tools for schools, we have a special guy. Where's Steve sitting? There he is, standing up there. After teaching biology for 33 years at Glenbard South and running their environmental club, he said, you know, when I retire, Kay, I'm going to stay home for a year, get things done, and then I'm going to come help you out. 3 months later, he's at the door already. Maybe sometimes he's sorry. He gets old microscopes, he cleans them, recalibrates them, and we get them to people all over the world. A doctor in Ghana, Africa, got one of our microscopes, kind of on a fluke. It wasn't for him, it was for a school. And he said he'd be able to diagnose malaria now by having a better microscope. These are things that make people's lives better all over the world. Thank you, Steve, for all that you do. And then, of course, many of you know about our worms, and the Weston Hotel is the first hotel in DuPage County to pilot food scrap composting. So if there's any food left over on your plate tonight, I don't think there will be, because the soup was great, they'll be composted. All the preparation food scraps will be composted today by a company called Compost Supply. We do a lot of teaching about composting, outdoor composting, worm composting. This is Heather and her famous bins and signs at the Cantini Green Fair. Jackie, our intern from North Central. And we wrote a law. It took 10 years to get it passed. But the lady who helped us get that passed is Jen Walling. Jen Walling, stand up right here. Jen Walling, one of my first interns, a brilliant, brilliant person. She said to me, she says, I'm going to help you with that, Kay, when I'm done at U of I. She's a lawyer and all that good stuff. And she got it done. She got it done. Thank you, Jen. The whole state thanks you. We know that people have things that can help others. We know that people have things that could be recycled, but it's not easy to put it in recycling bins. So we started recycling extravaganzas, one-stop kind of drop-off places all over the county. I don't even know how many towns do them anymore. They're expanding outside of the county. One place where people can bring bikes that can be repaired by working bikes. One place for scrap metal, those aluminum doors, electronics, buttons, rulers. The list is getting bigger and bigger. And of course electronics with that new law, so important. And then medicine. When our mom was really, really sick, she had a lot of medicines. And I remember people telling us that you're supposed to dump them down the toilet. And I thought, oh, good. And then all that medicine's in our water to poison the fish and the turtles and the frogs and everything else, and then people. And so we worked with a lot of people, and we have the best program in the state of Illinois. We have the most opportunities for people to take their medicines to the police stations and drop off those medicines so it never gets into our water. This is what it looks like. They are at spots. Our county has the best program. And then, of course, anti-idling. Many of you know I'm kind of a lunatic about that. I can't stand thinking of all those fumes being put into the air, landing on our water and our soil, all those things. So we wrote a law. It didn't pass the way we wrote it, but they've amended it now, and it's getting pretty close to how we wrote it. So school buses can't idle anymore at schools. And now we're working with US EPA for a new program that they've titled Turn Your Key by Be Idle Free. But our commission, Mary, right here in our commission, Mary, we worked and we got signs in all of our schools. And at the train station in Wheaton, it's not that everybody does it yet, but it's the first big step. So we're trying to reduce that pollution and protect people's lungs. And then, of course, we do green audits for businesses. And like I said, we're very picky. Every nook and cranny, every closet, we're in there. We want to see what you're using for a cleaning supply, who's leaving their monitors on, and come up with ideas. And so we have an assessment sheet, a sustainability assessment sheet, to see what you're doing. And then as we have met amazing people doing tremendous jobs around the world, local, everywhere, we've come to find out about special needs. So buttons so girls can go to school in Uganda, in Ethiopia, Kenya. Buttons so women can make clothes after the hurricanes and earthquakes in Haiti. And then right in Glenelg, a project called Renew that helps refugee women so that they can learn a skill, sell a product, and bring money to their homes. The Gym Shoe Project. Yet we want the ones with holes. We really do. The ones that we get that don't have holes, we get to people who need them right here, locally, as well as around the world. And the Glenelg Kiwanis Club helps us with that. Every year they come with really scary tools and cut into those light-up shoes that kids have so they get the batteries out and the wires and all those kinds of things. It's a really important project. We keep the hazardous waste out of those components out so that when we make new playgrounds, those batteries and wires are not there. Special needs, yarn, Altoid boxes, zippers. We have a lady now who volunteers with us who needs zippers and fabric, and they teach women in Nicaragua to make purses to sell with their church in Walmart. Who knew that when you have some pair of clothes, the clothes are completely worn out but the zipper still works, that we want them. They got 500 zippers from us. And Joe Tina, where is Joe? Joe, his company is storing fabric for us. And they came and got fabric so that, heavy duty fabric so they can make those purses. Sewing machines all over Haiti, Uganda, a project in Glendale Heights. It's really been quite amazing. Bikes, the Working Bikes program, soccer cleats, shoes to Mexico, baseball equipment. I mean, you guys, the list is on and on. Musical instruments. Again, who knew that kids didn't have musical instruments here in DuPage County? And we have people who have, you took the clarinet in grade school or middle school, and you didn't like it anymore, and it's in your parents' closet. We want it, and we're going to get it to schools. 38 pianos, and Doug's not here, but where is Diane? Diane, her church, Methodist Church in Glenelg, First United Methodist, is that right, Diane? Their church gave us 2 pianos. They're in Jackson Middle School in Villa Park, right here, baby grand and upright. There's Sandy, our the crayon queen. Super crayons for kids with all kinds of special needs, visual impairment, it doesn't matter. We've got those crayons and we have great crews that help us. Earth flags, you guys, there's got to be awards for what people are doing in schools and cities and businesses, earning their earth flags, representing that they care about our future. Not just about today, they care about the future. And so working with libraries and park districts and cities and businesses, we help give them that award. We do not want to quit. We have to keep teaching. Education is the key. Awareness is the key, then taking action. And so we've sponsored now 4 years the Green Ferret Cantini, where people can learn, businesses who are green can be together, and we can all learn in a fun way, kids, adults, buy products that are green. Things. Sometimes people think Chicago's green. We've got a lot of great green things going on in DuPage County, and these can all be brought together at one event, and we can learn from each other. It's all about respect, you guys. Respect for people, no matter the culture, no matter the circumstance, no matter the disability. It's all about rescuing those resources and preserving the future. And that's what this is all about. And I thank you really, truly, from the bottom of my heart for being here today. Thank you.